Good afternoon. Welcome on in to another episode of From Day One. This afternoon, we head to court where we have a tough judge who is tired of people getting lied to straight in the face. So let's head to court.
I'm calling on the record case number 691-872 in the matter of state of Texas versus Mansour Ahmadpour. And sir, you're on live. Can you hear us?
Yes, Your Honor.
Mr. Ahmadpour, I do need to swear you in. Please raise your right hand. Do you swear or affirm that the testimony you're about to give will be the truth, the whole truth, and nothing but the truth under penalty of perjury should you make a false statement or lie to the court?
Yes.
You may put your hand down, sir. Now, Mr. Ahmadpour, back on the 3rd day of April of 2023, the court granted your application for probation, community supervision, instead of you serving your time at the Bexar County Jail for the offense for which you were placed on probation for. That offense was an assault bodily injury married, alleged to have occurred on the 28th day of August of 2022 in case number 691-872. The court admonished you at that time that if you were to return to the court, because the state filed a motion to revoke your probation, alleging that you were not following the court's orders and alleging that you were not compliant with your conditions of probation, and that after a hearing during which the court hears from you, your lawyer, and the state, if the court finds that you did violate the order and or conditions of probation, then, Mr. Ahmadpour, you could face the full range of punishment all over again. And I'll remind you that the range of punishment for an assault bodily injury married is up to 1 year in jail. In addition to that, up to a $4,000 fine, and you could lose your Second Amendment constitutional right to bear firearms, have guns, and handle ammunition. Mr. Ahmadpour, we're at the hearing that I warned you about. So, do you understand why you're here, sir?
Yes, Your Honor.
And do you understand what the possible outcome of today's hearing could be?
Yes, Your Honor.
Please stand by, Mr. Ahmadpour. State, Ms. O'Reilly, on behalf of the state of Texas, you are the prosecutor. You filed this motion. Why are we here today?
We are here today because on or about the 17th day of April 2023 in Bexar County, Texas, the defendant, Mansour Ahmadpour, did then and there fail to attend orientation at the Bexar County Community Supervision and Corrections Department in violation of condition number 4.
Is that the only condition you're going forward on?
Yes, Your Honor, and it is our understanding that the defendant wishes to remain on probation and would like us to amend his probation for 0 tolerance and add a condition that he be registered for BIP within 5 days. The state is seeking an admonishment on the record, given that the defendant has failed to attend orientation or report to probation
Altogether. Okay, so he has done nothing since he was here back on April the 3rd. Am I clear on that?
Yes, Your Honor.
And Mr. Lamas, is your client a U.S. citizen?
I'm not sure, Your Honor. I haven't had that discussion with him.
Mr. Ahmadpour, are you a citizen of this country, the United States of America?
No, Your Honor, but
Okay,
I'm a
thank you.
permanent resident.
Oh, that doesn't mean much when you're under these circumstances. Does he fit the criteria for Reflejo Court? Is he a first-time offender of family violence? Was there any substance involved?
Just one moment, Your Honor.
Your Honor, there's no substances involved.
Okay, okay, Marie.
This is also his second MTR. I withdrew the first one when he when he failed to report to orientation. I had a stern talk with him, as did his attorney, and he still refuses to report. We send letters, we send the field unit out, we make phone calls. He promised and swore up and down that if we let him out of jail last time, he would report. And again, he did not report. He had clear instructions on how to report, and he will not report.
Miss Officer Martinez, for the record, when did you have that conversation with them? I want it on the record. What date? Do you remember?
When I withdrew the last MTR.
And that was what?
Your Honor, I apologize. I don't have it in this document. I thought I did. I do not.
And would it
Do you
be
remember
something?
when you were here?
Did you receive a I'm sorry, Marie, did you file anything in his file that I might be able to find in file 360? A withdrawal or something to that
Yes.
effect?
Yes,
Okay.
I filed a motion to withdraw.
Okay,
I
stand
believe
by.
the MTR was withdrawn on May 30th, 2023.
I thought it was May, but I wasn't positive. Thank you.
872. I signed new conditions on July 21st for deferred adjudication, but that was July 21st of 2023. Okay, so there should be a withdrawal prior to that. Stand by. Let the record reflect that the court has found in the court record under cause number 691872, in the matter of the state of Texas versus Mansour Ahmadpour, a motion of the state to withdraw motion to adjudicate probation. Signed by prosecutor Kathleen O'Reilly. Subsequent to that, on the 30th day of May, the court considered the state's motion to withdraw the motion to adjudicate probation heretofore filed on the above mentioned date, and it appearing to the court that the motion should be granted. It is therefore ordered and adjudged and decreed by the court that the motion of the state to withdraw the motion to adjudicate probation of the defendant as stated above be and the same is hereby granted. The clerk of this court is hereby directed to take such steps as are necessary to carry out the conditions thereof and notify appropriate authorities as may be made necessary hereby. Signed on May 30th, 2023. And it's my signature on the document, and it was file stamped at 3:32 p.m. on that day. So here's what we're doing now. Mr. Ahmadpour, you're under oath. The state has alleged that you did not attend your orientation back in April 17th of 2023. The state filed a motion to withdraw their motion to withdraw your motion, their motion to adjudicate you and find you guilty with your promise back on May 30th that you would comply. So we didn't hear this. So is it true or not true that by the 17th day of April of 2023, you had not reported for orientation as court ordered by this court in violation of condition number 4?
Your Honor, I'm not sure about the 17th, but I know that I was at the orientation and they explained like the payment and everything, and they let me go to sign up for the bid.
So is this a contested MTR, Mr. Lamas?
No, Your Honor, it's not.
Okay. So is it true or not true, Mr. Ahmadpour? And let me just say to you now, you're done playing games. I'm not buying into any of this facade that you are the victim in this motion, that you've done everything you're supposed to do. Okay. Is it true or not true that you attended or that you failed to attend an orientation that was set for you to attend pursuant to my order on April the 3rd of 2023? They filed their motion and they said you did not attend an orientation by April 17th of 2023. Is that true or not true?
Your Honor, I remember that I was in orientation. I don't know if I was that 17 or not, because after that I even went to office of my probation officer, and we talked, that's after meeting the officer was after the orientation. I'm sure about that.
Mr. Amap, we're going to ask you one last time. The only answer I will accept from you is either true or not true. The state is alleging that you failed to attend court-ordered orientation for new probationers as ordered by this court by the 17th of April of 2023 in violation of condition number 4. Mr. Ahmadpour, is that true or not true?
True.
We have a true plea from the defendant. State, what are you requesting?
State is requesting revocation, Your Honor.
Probation, can you please let me know what the recommendation is from adult probation? And you've already put a significant amount of information on the record. Is there anything else that the court needs to know, Ms. Officer Martinez?
Your Honor, probation is willing to extend probation to him. I just don't know how to get him to report.
Okay.
He has no violations other than not reporting. So I don't want to revoke him, but I don't know, and
Well,
lieu of me
he
doing
doesn't
this,
have
to
any
pick him up.
violations because had he been to orientation,
Yes,
he would have known what to do.
yes.
But because he didn't go to orientation and is trying to tell this court that he did go to orientation, that now he'll do what he's supposed to do. So,
Probation
you-
is offering an extension with 0 tolerance.
okay. Extension with 0 tolerance.
There is no substance abuse problem. There's no program that we can request, but we will give him another chance. And I can't recommend revocation on him not reporting.
And Mr. Lamas, the court will hear from you.
Your Honor, it was my understanding that the state was agreeing to continue him on probation with with the condition of 0 tolerance, and with the idea that he has to enroll into the BIP course within 5 days. That's what we're asking, Your Honor. He's not here trying to make excuses, Your Honor. He has been with some things. He had to be hospitalized and his items were stolen. He understands that's not an excuse. He wants to get on it. That's why he's willing to go on to the 0 tolerance of, just get this done with, do what he has to do to get this.
How many days does he have credit at the Bexar County Jail? Can anybody tell me?
40. Thank you.
Here's what the court is doing. The court is basing the decision based on this. The only way that I can predict your future behavior, Mr. Ahmadpour, is by knowing what your past behavior is. Actually, past behavior is the best predictor of future behavior. So, having said that, the court is accepting Mr. Mansour Ahmadpour's true plea for violation number 4, as the state pled, failing to attend orientation as court ordered by the 17th day of April of 2023. I am going to revoke the defendant and grant the state's motion to revoke and adjudicate. I'm going to find Mr. Ahmadpour guilty of the assault, bodily injury, married offense alleged to have occurred on the 28th day of August of 2022 in case number 691872. Mr. Ahmadpour is sentenced to 365 days at the Bexar County Jail. Court is assessing a $4,000 fine, ordering him to pay court costs. The court is issuing the affirmative finding of family violence. He is prohibited from this day forth from possessing, purchasing, owning, or using a firearm, a gun, and ammunition. He's prohibited from living anywhere, staying anywhere, or visiting any location where firearms, guns, or ammunition can be found. He's prohibited from being a passenger or a driver in any motor vehicle in which firearms, guns, or ammunition can be found. And we are not restricting your right to hunt. We are restricting how you hunt. You cannot use a firearm, gun, or ammunition to hunt with. The court will give Mr. Ahmadpour 40 days credit for the time that he's already served, and his time and money will run concurrent. He has 325 days to serve. The jail will determine whether he will get 1-for-1 or 2-for-1 credit. I don't understand why you get up here, Mr. Ahmadpour. It's your second MTR. You've lied, you've misrepresented, and think that this court of law is going to buy your line again. Sir, I'm almost 60 years old. I'm done with people lying straight to my face and expecting this court to believe them yet again. You committed a crime in this country. You don't do the crime unless you're ready to do the time. The time has been sentenced to you. Good luck to you, sir. Off the record, I'm going to do his paperwork. Everyone is excused. I'll be back.
Can I say a word, please? What happened? Can I be in a break room with my attorney, Patrick?
Patrick, we're gonna place you in a breakout room with your client.
Hello, Sybil. I had a quick question for you. When we approach Judge, could we have my client on as well for that?
Patrick, they're gonna work on getting him back on.
I'm ready to go on Mansour Ahmadpour.
The state is ready.
Yeah,
The
Your Honor,
state-
my client isn't quite here. He's in the jail, but they're working on bringing him on. I don't know if you want to wait on him first.
I don't know exactly what we need this. I've already ruled, the sentence has been rendered. So I'm not sure what it is that you need or whether we need him again.
Yes, Your Honor, the state just wanted to correct the record. We proceeded earlier today on the MTR that was signed on May 16th, and we wanted to correct the record. We were still asserting a violation of condition number 4, but the specifics of that violation are that they failed to report for the months of July and August of 2023, and that was signed September 12th. The initial MTR was withdrawn that we had gone on earlier, so we just wanted an opportunity to correct the record.
So why do we need Mr. Ahmadpour here to correct the record, Mr. Lamas?
Well, Your Honor, we'll be asking for reconsideration. My client never tried to deceive you, Your Honor. He did report. He did go to orientation. He did try. He was unsuccessful. But when we entered this plea agreement, Your Honor, we did have an agreement with the state to continue him on probation.
Right,
with
but
a condition of
Mr.
plea.
Lamas, you know that judges can bust those agreements if we don't find that they are appropriate or just.
I understand that, Your
Mr.
Honor.
Ahmadpour was given not only a second chance, but a third chance. And after his second chance, he promised to comply, and the state withdrew their motion to revoke him in good faith. And then he goes and he doesn't comply again.
Your Honor, I
Again.
understand that. I completely understand where the court's coming from, Your Honor.
Well,
I do.
I hope, you know, you're
But-
you're a very talented attorney, Mr. Lamas. I don't think you're going to understand the position that the judges are in until you become a judge yourself. And I'm confident you will one day, but you have no idea the heavy responsibility that we carry in our shoulders when we allow defendants like Mr. Mansour Ahmadpour to continue to just take advantage of a system that releases them and releases them and releases them and does not hold them accountable. Because had you hit your mother or hurt your mother or your daughter or your grandmother, Mr. Lamas, you'd be having a very different view of what the consequences should be for this defendant.
Your Honor, you're right. I can never put myself in the shoes of a judge because I haven't been a judge. You're 100% right. but I do have some idea of the power y'all wield and the decisions y'all have to make. And I know y'all don't make them lightly. But Your Honor, I just wanted to make sure you understand, Your Honor, that this is a first-time offender. He's never been in trouble a day in his life.
Well,
except
then you
for
know
this
what,
one
Mr.
offense.
Lamas, you should have asked that he be put in reflejo court. You want reconsideration? You want me to reconsider the sentence? That's his only option. He goes
Your
into
Honor,
reflejo court to salvage his deferred adjudication.
I
It's not going
understand,
to
Your
get
Honor.
expunged, but he'll keep his dismissal.
I was unaware that reflejo court applied to an MTR. That's my fault. I was unaware of that. I thought it was
It's a
only
brand
for
new,
the underlying
brand new
offense.
protocol we have started to use. So why don't you?
Okay, I was unaware of that.
So what you have right now, it's 3:37. You have until 5 o'clock for me to change this order. I'm going to give you all 30 minutes to figure this out. And if he's going to do reflejo court with the understanding he doesn't get the case expunged, he gets to keep.
Understand.
He gets to keep the dismissal through deferred adjudication. He doesn't get it expunged. And if he fails to do the program and gets kicked out, it's back to the full range of punishment all over again. As long as he understands that, and you want to talk to Miss O'Reilly about it and Officer Martinez about it, you got 30 minutes. I'm going to start my timer, and I'm going to be back on screen in 30 minutes.
Absolutely, Your Honor.
All right.
That's all my client
we'll
ever
talk
wanted.
and confer about that.
But we are still waiting on him to be here, Your Honor.
Okay. Well, that doesn't mean the three of you can't talk about it.
Your Honor, I am not sure that this, I'm seeing previous charges. I'm not sure if there were convictions for this defendant. I'm not sure if they would be approved for reflejo court. I'm just going through and seeing if.
Alrighty, so 30 minutes on the clock for the defendant. We'll find out in the back half this evening here on From Day One.